Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced a £53 million emergency fund to help Britain's most vulnerable households cope with soaring heating oil costs. The targeted relief comes as energy bills have skyrocketed since the outbreak of the U.S.-Israeli conflict with Iran, creating unprecedented financial strain on families already struggling with the cost of living crisis. The funding will specifically support households using heating oil, which has seen some of the steepest price increases in recent months. Starmer described the recipients as vulnerable households who face an impossible choice between heating and eating this winter. This emergency intervention highlights how geopolitical tensions continue to ripple through global energy markets, directly impacting domestic budgets across Britain. The conflict in the Middle East has disrupted oil supply chains and created market volatility that governments worldwide are scrambling to address. As winter approaches and energy demands peak, this relief package may signal the first of several government interventions needed to prevent a humanitarian crisis among Britain's most economically fragile communities. A deadly meningitis outbreak has claimed 2 lives, including a student at the University of Kent, prompting urgent health warnings across Britain's university campuses. Health authorities are racing to contain the spread of this potentially fatal infection, which can kill within hours if left untreated. Meningitis symptoms include severe headaches, neck stiffness, sensitivity to light, fever, and a distinctive rash that doesn't fade under pressure. The disease causes inflammation of the protective membranes surrounding the brain and spinal cord, making rapid medical intervention crucial for survival. Vaccines are available for several strains of meningitis, though coverage varies depending on the specific bacterial or viral cause. Universities nationwide are now implementing enhanced monitoring protocols and encouraging students to seek immediate medical attention if symptoms develop. The outbreak underscores the particular vulnerability of young adults living in close-contact environments like dormitories, where infectious diseases can spread rapidly. Public health officials expect to announce expanded vaccination programs and enhanced surveillance measures as they work to prevent further casualties in what could become a broader health emergency. Paul Thomas Anderson's political thriller, One Battle After Another, emerged as the night's biggest winner at this year's Academy Awards, claiming 6 prestigious Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. The film, starring Jessie, Buckley, and Michael B. Jordan, captivated both critics and Academy voters with its unflinching examination of contemporary political warfare. Anderson's victory represents a significant achievement for auteur filmmaking, as his complex narrative structure and uncompromising vision triumphed over more commercially oriented competitors. Buckley and Jordan's powerhouse performances were recognized alongside the film's technical achievements in cinematography, editing, and sound design. The sweep demonstrates Hollywood's continued appetite for politically charged storytelling that reflects current global tensions and democratic challenges. Anderson's win marks his first Best Director Oscar after decades of acclaimed work, cementing his status among cinema's most influential voices. As audiences worldwide grapple with political upheaval and social division, the Academy's embrace of this provocative thriller suggests that entertainment industry leaders recognize their platform's power to address urgent contemporary issues through compelling storytelling. Timothée Chalamet became an unexpected source of comedy at this year's Oscars ceremony, as his notable absence from major nominations sparked a series of jokes from presenters and winners throughout the evening. The young actor, who many predicted would receive recognition for his recent dramatic work, found himself the subject of gentle ribbing in acceptance speeches and backstage interviews. Winners' Room Insights revealed that industry insiders were surprised by Chalamet's complete shutout, particularly given his previous nominations and critical acclaim. Presenters made light-hearted references to his absence, with several jokes landing to appreciative laughter from the star-studded audience. The phenomenon highlights Hollywood's complex relationship with its rising stars and the unpredictable nature of Academy recognition. Behind-the-scenes moments captured the evening's spontaneous humor as celebrities and industry professionals navigated both celebration and disappointment. Oscar night's ability to create unexpected narratives extends far beyond the winners, as snubs and surprises often generate as much conversation as the actual awards. Chalamet's experience demonstrates how quickly Hollywood's biggest night can transform perceived disappointments into memorable cultural moments that define the ceremony's lasting impact. Former employees from TikTok and Meta have revealed explosive details about how these tech giants deliberately allowed harmful content to proliferate on their platforms to win the algorithm arms race. Whistleblowers speaking to the BBC disclosed that both companies knowingly designed their systems to amplify outrageous and divisive content because it generated higher engagement rates. The revelations expose how platforms prioritized user addiction and advertising revenue over public safety, particularly affecting vulnerable young users. Internal documents show executives were aware their algorithms promoted content that could cause psychological harm, including material related to self-harm, eating disorders, and extremist viewpoints. These practices enabled the platforms to capture larger market shares by keeping users scrolling longer, even at the cost of their mental health and social cohesion. The disclosures add pressure to ongoing regulatory efforts in multiple countries seeking to hold social media companies accountable for their content distribution practices. As governments worldwide consider legislation to protect users from algorithmic manipulation, these whistleblower accounts could provide crucial evidence for sweeping reforms that would fundamentally reshape how billions of people experience social media.